into orbit. What other options are there after Dragon is in orbit?
Sure.
Oh
So for
God,
any
it's
regional
recording
landing or
me.
dock to the International Space Station,
I'm trying
we
to
have
make
several
it.
pre-planned return
There we
trajectories,
go.
which will bring the capsule down to a splashdown point close
Barely.
to shore, where NASA and SpaceX recovery
Oh,
forces
weird.
will be waiting to
The
recover them.
the
It'll look like an otherwise
we look
totally
like
normal
overly
recovery
skinny,
operation, except for the early
except for
end of the
me.
mission. This operation is something we're doing with one of two identical crew recovery ships.
It's hard to,
We
like,
do that because
I guess I
the
can,
landing site, we want to maintain as much flexibility as possible. There could be changing weather conditions that bring down one site and leave the other one up. So we have those two identical ships, one in the Atlantic, one in the Gulf of Mexico. And our space operations team can redirect the
Why
spacecraft
is
to
it
go
so
to whichever site
weirdly
is the safest option for the crew at that time.
skinny?
And with the vehicle, in almost any scenario, it sounds like the vehicle will land into the
Well,
ocean.
we
And
didn't
that's
think
it
that this
makes it
launch
look
was
like a
gonna
gentle
happen,
landing
but
into
it's
the
looking
ocean,
like
and
it
it's a
is.
dynamic
well,
event
so far,
happening.
yeah.
And you mentioned
We still have
there are
like
teams that
20
are ready
minutes
to go and go
before
and
they
rescue the
fuel, I
vehicle
think.
and the astronauts on board. How do you prepare for
Because
something
once they
like that,
fuel
especially
it,
with so many
then they
different scenarios
have
that
to
can
launch, I
happen?
think they said.
Sure. So we're lucky to have had about a decade of recovery experience with Cargo Dragon 1 on our previous trips to the International Space Station. On that, along with our booster recovery missions, we've got a great team of recovery operators here who have a lot of offshore experience with our spacecraft. The system, though, we took
Why
that
is
experience,
it
we
so
built new
weirdly
recovery
like
ships,
skinny?
two identical crew recovery ships, I should say, which have a lot of those lessons learned baked into the design of that ship and the operations. These new ships have training exercises with SpaceX team and NASA.
I don't know if I can hold this in my hand for like an hour.
Practicing capsule recovery, emergency scenarios where we have to get the crew out of the capsule while they're still in the water, as well as those helicopter evacuations, taking off and landing from the pad many times, so we make sure the team is ready to do that.
I think we have a
Oh,
visitor.
Argon wants to watch.
We have a visitor.
We'll be ready to call on us if anything goes wrong today.
Are you gonna watch? Are you gonna watch the
Sounds
launch?
like Bob and Doug are in some really good hands
Hi.
and will be safe no matter what occurs on the vehicle.
Oh.
Drop
the phone.
Walking us through all of those details.
What?
I hope
We
you're
need to
just
get
as
home.
excited as we are for a launch coming up here very, very shortly now. So we're going to send it over to KSC to Lauren.
Hi. You're gonna watch the launch?
Thank you, Jesse. So as you
Yawning
just heard,
and biting
fueling
my
is about to begin at T-minus 35 minutes. We are about 50 seconds away from that. And so we're just
Okay,
getting
I've had
really
enough
close.
camera.
We're the first launch of astronauts into orbit from
The camera was
Atlantis
focused on
since
Argon.
2011. The launch escape system is armed, which, as you know, happens
The
before
launch
fueling.
escape system is
And
armed.
Dragon propellant load, that's the propellants that are inside of the Dragon capsule, not the rocket. Prop load for Dragon took place weeks ago, and just a few miles down the road in what we call Dragonland. And those propellants, they are MMH, or monomethyl hydrazine, which is
Oh, that's weird.
the fuel that we use
This-
to hyperbolic
Oh,
and
our
This is-
the thing we're watching is behind our own
Yeah.
and they ignite in space to propel the vehicle. You don't need that T-TEP or a third thing to ignite because
Go put the
right,
TV.
so that bipropellant system
Spoiler alert.
includes all of the engines on Dragon. So Dragon has 12 service section engines.
Don't.
They use for
I was trying to get kisses and he
3 and 3.
just
Those
wanted to get
are
back
used
under
for
the
onboard
covers.
maneuvering for Dragon. There's also 4 additional Dracos that are underneath the nose cone for large Delta V maneuvers that the vehicle performs. But the engines that Nick Pacone was talking about earlier are Super Draco engines. We have 2 in each quad of the vehicle, so 8 total. And those are bigger engines with a high flow propellant system, and those are what lift Dragon off of Falcon 9 in the unlikely event of emergency that requires us to get off of Falcon. Now, you probably remember, let's see, Mercury, Apollo, Soyuz, they have that big pointy tower on top. That's the launch escape system for those vehicles. It's actually just another rocket on top of the spaceship that lifts the vehicle off.
I
In
wonder
the
if
case
there's a
of
way
Dragon,
to
our
switch the
escape
camera
system
to the
is
front view
integrated
so
into
people
the
can
vehicle
see what we're
completely.
watching.
And so that's one, just
Do you want to try to figure
one
that
less
out?
thing you have to get us in every single flight. But it also allows us to have escape capabilities
How do I keep
from the path
Focusing on
before
you.
T0 all the way through to orbit. And so even at the very last minute, if we needed to get off of
what's
stage 2 while we're in space, we could actually escape to orbit. So yeah, that's the
I can
escape system.
there. Did I?
Through
No,
Baby
I
Dragon
thought I
launch.
fixed it for a second.
Thanks, Laura, and thanks for walking us
That's
through that.
slightly
because I think
better.
it's really important
Okay.
that people understand
Alright.
that critical
Now
safety
you're
capability,
not
and
like
that's-
all weird.
That's the whole point when we hear that launch escape system is armed. What that means is
Well, that's
that
just
in
my
an instant,
genetics. That
they
makes
can
me weird.
get underway where it's been going on for about 2 minutes now, so they have that safety capability ready to go on standby in an instant if they need it. And so we want to go over to Hawthorne now for an operational update from John Insprucker. John?
Stage 10 fuel and stage 2 fuel, all flow rates tracking nominally.
Oh, they have their visors closed.
Didn't they the other time?
No.
Are we supposed to be able to hear them?
I don't think so. There's no sound in space.
They're not in space yet. They're in space suits.
Isn't that the same thing?
I guess so. It's got the word space in it.
T-minus 32 minutes, counting down.
Oh,
Final
can you
minute.
see his
Everything's
fingers?
still looking
His
good
feet
for
are
Falcon 9
like
Dragon for an on-time
sort of
launch.
fidgeting.
Falcon 9 did begin propellant load at T-minus 35 minutes as planned.
Maybe his
On
foot's
the
itchy.
Falcon 9, we use
Oh
a fuel
God,
and
that'd be so
oxidizer as the
horrible.
propellant.
Or he has to go to-
Have an
The
itch.
fuel is
Or he has to go to the
currently
bathroom.
out as
It's like, I should have
R1.
went.
I think that's what that
Grade 1
bio
kerosene.
thing was.
The
That
oxidizer is
it's like their
densified
nice.
liquid
Bose or
in
something
I
second
like
don't
that.
know.
Can't remember
Now
what
with
they
the
said.
fuel and oxidizer on hand, we need an ignition source.
Is he yawning
because we've
again?
got fire
Yeah.
science,
Yeah.
as we call it.
It's like
For
God,
this,
space
Falcon 9
travel is
uses
so
a fluid called
boring.
T-type.
Just falls
It
asleep.
melts in the presence
Oh,
of
we'll go for
oxygen
launch.
and
How
gives
many
off a
hours
green
has he
colored
been sitting in
flame. Now it's
there?
hard to see on the first stage ignition
3
due to the
hours.
water that'll be
Maybe
spraying on
2.
the pad.
Or
But
is
you
it
might
in
just
only
see
an
the
hour?
green
Because
flare
didn't they
as
say
the
earlier
second
that
stage
it was
engine
like
ignites following stage
45 minutes
separation
ago
over-
in his
The
hands?
first stage is the long white cylinder at the bottom, topped off by the black cylinder.
It's just like,
So over
couldn't we
2/3 of the
have
rocket
something to
is that
watch on the
first stage.
TV
So
while we're
fuel
sitting
tank
here?
is getting
It's
loaded.
like,
We're also
why
loading
didn't
the
they
liquid
let me
oxygen
bring my
into the
PS
first stage
Vita?
also. The second, that's about 8% loaded at this moment. Liquid oxygen loading is going to begin on second stage at T-minus 16 minutes 30 seconds. Liquid oxygen loading will continue on both stages all the way down to the last few minutes of the count.
I'm just so
We're also
nervous
loading
about
helium
that
into pressure
explosion
vessels
on
the
Friday.
stages. That's used to pressurize tanks in
But
flight as
I
the
think
propellant
it's
is
because
pulled out
they
by
were
the strong
experimenting with a
Merlin
new
turbopumps.
kind of
On
rocket.
board the Dragon
Yeah.
spacecraft, astronauts
I didn't
are
read
monitoring
into it, but yeah,
systems
it was a new
while the
rocket
propellant
that they
is loaded
were.
in Falcon 9. While we
Whereas
did
this
have
rock-
problems, they are go to support launch all the way through the countdown. Now, as a reminder, today we are now into an instantaneous launch window now that we've begun propellant loading. So at this point, if we hear a hold for any reason, we'll have to stand down and target our backup launch opportunity tomorrow, May 31st.
Yeah, so if they don't go today, tomorrow.
It's gonna be today. I'll bet you $5 million.
I don't have $5 million.
You owe me $5 million
See
from our
our-
previous bets.
See our Patreon. I don't know. You were guessing the show. Like, I gave you so many clues. I could practically just tell you the answer and you'd be like, oh, I got it. Give me $5 million now.
No, I'm talking about from our bets over the last several years.
No, but I'm talking about our bet from the guessing the show.
Oh, did I win $5 million from that?
No. But I was betting that you weren't going to guess it. But you've had so many clues given it was practically the answer. You were supposed to guess it without
Oh,
any
I
hint.
forgot. I think now I'm up $10 million.
No, it doesn't count.
Okay, I will bet you 10.
Just after putting Dragon into the same orbital plane as
It'll
the
be a special edition, only one of it. It'd be even Steven again.
No.
Come on.
No.
You don't want to owe me $20 million.
No. I'm going to need more viewers for that.
Does still require pinpoint accuracy to approach safety.
Once captured, a spacecraft then gets attached to a common berthing mechanism, the same type of port that we use to connect each of the modules on the station together.
What is
It's a little
that
bit slower of a
ticker
process,
tape
but
going
the
across
hatches
the
are
top?
significantly larger than the
I
docking
don't
ports,
know. I
which
can
makes
barely
it
read
perfect
it.
for bringing up those really big cargo items.
Dragon will spend up to 120
Lay-
days docked before
It's hard
preparing
to read
to
it.
return
It's
home.
white on white
Following
background.
successful
I know.
completion
It's
of
on the
Dragon's
bottom
test
too.
objectives
It says
and cargo loading
launch
operations, the crew will close the
something.
cabin, perform
America.
final system
Launch
checks, and configure
America.
the vehicle for undocking.
Okay,
Once
yeah.
the automated
Launch
undocking
America.
sequence is complete, Dragon will complete 2 departure burns using its Draco engines,
Oh, yeah, it's
pushing
at
it
the
away
bottom
from
as
the
well.
space station.
And next up on the trip, deorbit
I don't know
entry
if you
and
can see
landing,
it
or
on-
splashdown.
You can, but
It's
it's
going to cover all the operations
hard to read as
following
well.
that final departure maneuver.
It's just like, can we have a scrolling banner, but don't make it too readable?
Yeah.
And then eventually, as they get into the
We don't want
atmosphere,
to distract
deployment
people,
of the drogue and the main
but we
carrier.
want it there.
And all of that ends with splashdown right off the Florida coast. At that
Yep.
point, teams from SpaceX will move in
Argon
with
wants
their
to come out
recovery
again.
ship, get the capsule out of the
Do you
water,
wanna
and
see the
work to
launch?
get Bob and Doug out of Dragon after a successful mission in space. So we are 26 minutes away from launch. The fueling of Falcon 9 is continuing. Let's check in one more time. Down with the team at Kennedy.
25 minutes,
Oh, I think he
36
wants to
seconds
launch.
and counting from the first launch of astronauts to the International Space Station from U.S. soil in 9 years. This will mark the beginning of a new era where more people will be
You're
able to fly to
watching?
space than ever before. And we want to share with you the results of a poll we asked a little earlier. If you could go to the moon, now it's not where the astronauts are going today, they're going to the space station, but if you could go to the moon, would you rather visit the South Pole, where no one has been before, or the Apollo 11 landing site? And it was a pretty even
I
split.
want to go to
We
the
had
Apollo 11
46%
landing
would say
site
you would
It's
go
almost
to the
50-50.
South Pole, and 54% of
because
you
I'm
would
so
go to the
tired of
Apollo
all the
11
people
landing
that are
site.
like,
I
we've
kind
never
of
been
side
to
with
the
the Apollo
moon.
11 landing site because I'm a history buff and I want to see where Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin set foot. So I don't know. What do you guys think, Lauren? Which place would you go?
I'm with you on that one. I would love to go see that flag there and those footsteps, those footprints there. Still be there.
But
That'll all
once,
be gone.
But once the
Leland, how about you?
I think I'm
It's
with
what?
both of you because
you think
just
you
like,
think the
you know,
footsteps are
the
gone?
Eagle, you know,
Yeah.
the classic,
Oh.
going to the classic spot, and that's
And
where
the flag is
all of a sudden,
disintegrated, and
that's
they're
where
like,
all
it's
that
proof.
inspiration came, even though I was
Yeah,
an
I
engineer
think
seeing
I think
it,
they've
but
already said that
besides that, that's his truth.
Maybe it wouldn't have to be one or the
if
other.
the flag is still no, the
Exactly,
pole
yeah.
would be there,
Yeah.
but the flag
We're
itself
going to
would.
learn more from going where we've
would have
never
just
been
disintegrated
before,
by
so we
now.
will go to
Oh,
South
wow.
Pole, too. And we are
Um,
thrilled
and
to
then
see
yeah,
all
the
you following
footprints would have
along
just been
online.
like.
Thank you for answering our poll,
Shouldn't
and
she
we're going to
know
go
that
into
as
Kira,
a
who's
as a
been
SpaceX
monitoring all the action
representative that there is
less
no
than 25
footprints?
minutes.
The dark side of the moon, where everybody says that there's like a secret alien base.
They've shown. They have, or Google has the whole moon like
Oh right.
mapped out.
Yeah.
I just want to wish Bob and Doug the best of luck. This will be my own first time watching humans lift off to space from the United States, and it's just going to be a super emotional moment. For that, Marie, back to you at Kennedy for these last minutes before lunch.
All right, thanks, Tahira. And Leland, we got 23 minutes and some change to go. What do you think Bob and Doug are feeling right now?
I think, you know, they're very calm, cool, and collected as test pilots, but I think they're thinking about what are the steps I have to take if I malfunction, if something happens. So the nominal stuff is all kind of automated, but if something happens where they have to intervene with those touchscreens, that's what they're thinking.
And we're just inside 23 minutes now, so on Wednesday, we were 5 minutes further in the countdown when we heard that call to scrub, and the weather was still very touch and go at this point on Wednesday, but today, at least for right now, I don't want to jinx it, I'm not going to even say it out loud, but it looks better today.
Yeah, and
I can
that's
feel
right.
it.
Feels
It's gonna
like,
happen.
whew, I'm feeling it a lot more than I
Yeah.
did on
It feels
Wednesday.
right.
And you know, speaking of Bob and Doug and them being really calm and
She's
cool and
feeling
collected,
it,
I haven't had the opportunity to be in meetings with them and to watch them.
Still
train,
pretty
I have to say,
cloudy.
and
I
to all
know.
my friends who work with them every single
And
day.
it seems like
the
it's
feedback is
raining
always just what great people they are.
Does it?
And just
to
how
the.
not just bright and sharp they are, but just good people.
Is it
And
south
around the
facing,
office,
pointing?
Yeah, but
In
all
the
they
background?
need is like a
The dads,
yeah, the dads,
50-foot
they're
window.
dads. They are dads, and we've met their
to
families.
escape the
and
atmosphere.
When you see people in that very personal level, it starts.
There's
shining
only
so
3
much.
people
They
watching,
are a part of our team.
and then
You
one
know, they're not
passerby.
Yeah,
They're
what's
like,
going on?
whatever.
They're not a payload.
We're,
They're
this is a
family.
historic moment.
So we're just so excited to see
I'm
the
going
dads
on to
up here
Starbucks.
today.
Go dads!
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go send it over to Gary.
On the system checks that are happening across the board, and we're listening in as we close in on launch, and I can tell you that things are looking very good. Chris Cassidy will be watching from the International Space Station, right now flying over the Pacific Ocean. It's heading to cross
Oh, that guy
right
has-
over to the International Space Station. But before we get to it, I just want to pass on good luck from the entire flight operations community here in Houston. It's always exciting to be doing something wholly new and history-making with station operations, and we can't wait to see our team members Bob and Doug in low Earth orbit and heading to the International Space Station. That's it from us here in Mission Control Houston. I'll send it back over to the team in Hawthorne for the latest happening there. John.
I want to see them change the mission plan at the last second and be like, psych, we're going to Mars.
So, Bob and Doug, I know we told you you're going to the International Space Station, but change of plans. You're building the base on Mars.
As we get ready to load the second stage with
I wonder if they would do that just for public safety reasons. It's like, oh, we're going to have a lot more trouble with people trying to stop us going to Mars. So we'll just tell them we're just going to the International Space Station. It's like business as usual.
Yeah, I think their security is high enough that they don't have to worry about stuff like that.
Or maybe it's a secret mission to Mars. And so they are saying they're going to the International. They're still on their way to Mars.
The range right now is go, ready to support. Weather continues to be go. As we inch go.
Everyone want to come out and
Now
watch
on the
again?
Dragon side, the Dragon mission director and the team there are reporting no issues. They've done their communications checkouts. The crew access arm, as you can see, is retracted away from the spacecraft. The crew is strapped in and they are ready to go. Now, final instructions will be going to the crew at T-minus 10 minutes. The crew displays will be configured for launch, and that setup will give astronauts Bob Behnken and Doug Hurley insight into how the launch is proceeding and provides constant updates on vehicle health. We've already heard the crew give their go, close their visors, and get ready for launch. For Dragon, it'll enter terminal count at T-minus 5 minutes. When it
And they still had time to paint a dragon on the rocket. When they didn't launch on Wednesday, why didn't they do it?
But right now, at T-minus
Were they planning to have a dragon?
No, I wanted them to. If they're going to call it a dragon, make it look like a dragon.
Well, it kind of looks like a dragon because it's smoking.
I guess.
Or is that...
Come here.
It's like, come
What do you
on,
want?
enough of this watching on television.
We are under 18 minutes away from liftoff. Again,
Argon.
instantaneous liftoff at
Argon's decided that he wants, I don't know what he wants, but
He wants to go OUT.
yeah.
5 seconds over on the East Coast there in Florida. Just a reminder, it's going to be about a 9-minute
And then-
ride up to orbit for the Falcon 9 and Bob and Doug on board Dragon.
Come on, we're watching.
Second engine cutoff comes in just under 9 minutes at about 8 minutes and 44 seconds. Following that second stage completing its job, it'll continue to coast for about 3 minutes. It'll do a slight attitude adjustment and null out any rate.
Attitude adjustment.
Not in any kind of a spin before they do separation. So that's when the Dragon spacecraft will physically separate from the Falcon 9 vehicle, and Bob and Doug will be flying free.
Are you excited about
It's
the launch?
about a 19-hour ride if we launch
He's,
today.
if he was already tired now,
Bob and Doug will get
I know.
it's like, can you stay up for another 19 hours?
Is he allowed to have a nap?
I would think they're just riding the capsule, right? I'm sure they could sleep.
The liquid oxygen load has now started on much closer.
We'll wake you up.
And it's time for that approach and docking. And we are expecting that with an on-time launch to happen today. That'll be coming tomorrow in the afternoon.
All right, now that we're under 16 minutes away, we have a special guest
All right,
joining us.
now that we're under
That
16
one guy
minutes
is,
away,
like,
we have a
constantly
special guest
fidgeting with
joining
his
us. I'm going
feet.
to toss it over to Jesse.
T-minus 15 minutes and 45 seconds from
We are T-minus
Who,
15
Bob?
minutes
Bob was,
and
I think
25
Bob was the one
seconds
closest
from
to us.
liftoff of our
Oh, is
second
it? Okay.
demonstration mission today, and we have the honor of having SpaceX's president and COO, Gwen Shotwell, join us. Thanks, Gwen, for coming on, taking a few minutes to chat with us.
I guess
We are
technically
even
you're
on
supposed to
console.
do that. Like when
How's
you're
the
on a
countdown
flight,
going
you're
so far?
supposed to fidget a lot so you
Countdown
don't
is clean today, just like it was
blood
Wednesday.
clots.
We did clear the weather hurdles sooner than we did on Wednesday.
Argon's
And the
going
only
back
thing
to
we're
bed.
watching right now is downrange
Yep.
weather and lightning.
Covered in
and
blankets
staging
here,
locations.
so
Of course.
We will clear
Argon
that
likes to
hurdle
sleep
at,
under the
T-minus
blanket.
7 minutes.
Awesome, great, very exciting. Now I'm going to throw it
15
back
minutes?
to 2012 because you were on console for Dragon when it was first making its way to the space station. How does that experience compare to today?
So I was nervous then. I stopped getting nervous for launches. Today I'm nervous again. Super nervous. Stomach and throat.
Understandable.
No, it's a fantastic day today. I'm really excited. The team is pulled together. It's such a professional operation. When I say team, by the way, I mean SpaceX and NASA. These folks have been working incredibly hard and have done a fantastic job.
Yes, and we are all so excited. We know that you have to get
So,
back inside of mission control, but
They're
is there
saying
anything
that
that you
we
wanted to say
haven't
before
done
liftoff
a
to
launch
NASA
in
and
America.
Well, I want to thank NASA,
Where
of
have
course,
No,
you
humans.
and I want to
You
thank
know that
Elon
for a
for
fact?
hiring me.
I said probably from.
Thank you, Elon, for hiring you as well. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll let you get back to mission control.
I thought
and
everything
good luck with launch
happened in
day.
Okinawa.
Thanks, Jesse, and Godspeed, Bob and Doug.
Or is that just in the movies?
Well, we are so
I
excited.
don't know.
We are just a few
Where's my
minutes
phone?
away from countdown. So we are going to turn it over to
Guess
Dan
I
and
can-
John
see if I
for the
can look it up
final
here.
minutes
Yeah.
and terminal count. Take it away, John.
T-minus 13 minutes, 30 seconds, continuing to count down. We're continuing to load fuel onto the first stage. That should finish up in just about 6 minutes. Fuel is completely loaded on the second stage. That's closed out. And we are continuing to load liquid oxygen on both the first and second stage. The liquid oxygen load beginning on the second stage just about 3.5 minutes ago. We are also loading cryogenic helium into the
Luna
storage
has a
vessels on the
hairball.
first and second stage, getting in the last little bits of helium when we keep it cryogenic.
Luna,
cold
the
and
bio
liquefied.
unload is
That gets us,
already
just like we do
past
with
its
liquid
Yeah.
window.
oxygen,
Yeah, Luna, you missed your bio unload by
so that we can get
like
the most
15
performance
minutes.
out of the vehicle. Right now we are in a fairly quiet state on the vehicle. Ground pumps continuing to put the propellant in to first and second stages. Next significant issue call-outs that we're going to hear will probably be inside the T-minus 10 minutes when they talk to the crew. We'll listen for that. But at the moment, everything continuing to look good at T-minus 12 minutes and 20 seconds.
Getting real close now, John. It's only a little over
Getting
12
real
minutes
close
away.
now, John.
Just a
It's
reminder for everybody, it's about
only
a
a little
9-minute
over
ride
12 minutes
uphill.
away. Just a reminder for everybody, it's about a 9-minute ride uphill.
First stage is going to be coming
We'll
home,
have some
while the
dueling
second
boxes
stage is
going on as the first stage is going to be coming home while the second stage is carrying Bob and Doug into orbit. Obviously, we'll be keeping an eye on our astronauts the whole way uphill. Some of the calls that you'll be hearing, as there will be what we call performance calls over the Dragon to Ground, being that word nominal. I know that's one of John's favorite words. That's one of mine too. We want to hear nominal as much as possible on the way uphill. You might
Oh, look,
also hear
he's
some
doing that
number
thing with
and
his
letter
fingers again.
combinations,
Yeah.
and those correspond to
Maybe
the
he
He's
has like
playing-
OCD or something.
He's playing piano.
sharing their
I can't stand this music.
and that will be on the second stage, and that goes from North Carolina all the way up to about the tip of Newfoundland, so in the northern Atlantic, and then there is a zone of the northern Atlantic that we're going to avoid, and so you should hear the call out be something
He's
similar.
probably getting like pins
forward
and
to
needles
Shannon,
from not
and that just
moving for
refers
so
to
long.
Shannon, Ireland,
Yeah.
which they'll be going off the coast of Ireland at the later stages of the second stage if they have to abort. So just prepping you now for some of those calls. You're hopefully going to hear that word nominal a whole lot on the way uphill. 10.5 minutes. Things are pretty quiet, as John I said.
Oh, and then
Pick
when
up
they
at
launch,
right
is
at
all
about
the
10
blood
minutes
gonna
away
like
from
be
the crew,
rushed
just
out
to
of their
confirm that
body?
they're Displays are in
Why would it
place.
rush out of their body?
Not out of their body, but you know, like pushed to their feet or something, or
Just until they're
cuts off at just about 2 minutes prior to launch.
once they get sort of into Earth's orbit, they're not going to feel that.
yeah, but during the actual acceleration. So if he's having circulation problems now, what's going to happen during the launch?
Know that we're with you. Have an amazing flight and enjoy those views of our beautiful planet.
Thanks, Jay. It is absolutely our honor to be part of this.
Thanks, Jay. It is absolutely our honor to be part of this huge effort to get the United States back in the launch business. We'll talk to you from orbit. Thank you.
Copy all. Thanks for those words.
SpaceX core, so again, that voice is going to be talking to Bob and Doug throughout their mission.
So is all of this like launching from America? Is it because of coronavirus?
Configured for launch. We are coming up
Is it like, well, we can't send our astronauts to wherever to launch because it's not safe to travel?
Our next major event comes at T-7 minutes.
I mean, you still have the isolation, right? So
Yeah.
if they're planning to do a launch, it'd just be like, oh, we just keep everyone isolated for like 3 weeks or whatever, just to be sure.
That'll allow fuel liquid oxygen to flow to the top of the pumps. And more importantly, when we open the valves, that'll allow us to begin chilling the 9 Merlin 1D turbo pumps on the first stage engine. It'll take a few minutes to get them cold enough to where they would then be ready to pass the large amounts of liquid
So a mix
oxygen
between a
through the
wizard
pumps
and a fast food
into the
restaurant?
main thrust chambers when we get to engine
Or is it,
ignition at T-2 seconds. We don't
Peter
want
Pan?
to try to run
8
highly
minutes
chilled
to
liquid oxygen through a warm pump. You would flash that into gas, and running gas through a high-speed pump is not a good thing. So right now, we are waiting for T-7 minutes. That'll start the engine chill. Shortly after that, we will also get the fuel shutdown.
It's definitely going to happen.
Looking good so far.
Yeah.
It's not like clear
SpaceX
sky.
launch director in the background there. As I mentioned, at T-7 minutes as we start to chill, you
How
will also
much
get
better
into
does
the
this
final
weather look
topping
than
off
the
of
weather
stage one
last
fuel,
time? Because I
and then
don't
the fuel load
really,
will complete.
like, it looked clearer
There was a
to me before.
tornado warning,
Oh, was there? Oh.
and
Okay.
which didn't actually happen. I don't think.
Oh. But, like, it seems like there's more
Well,
clouds this time.
If
than
you look at
last
the
time.
far back right hand side, it was kind of like that.
Oh, okay.
I think. But I think they'll be good. Oh, and I had heard that like 15 or 20 minutes later, like on Wednesday, the weather was fine enough that they could have, like, if that's the timing for it.
Oh, right,
They
but
could've-
they have, like, no negotiation on when they can leave or something?
Well, because they have to match up with the ISS,
Right.
so they can't delay it. Otherwise, they won't be able to time it.
We'll continue until the last 3 to 2 minutes of the countdown.
You should hear that call out RP1 load complete coming up in about 6 minutes. Again, RP1 is just that densified kerosene or that rocket fuel that Falcon 9 is going to be used to power Bob and Doug to orbit today.
And stage 1 fuel is closed out.
And stage 1 fuel is closed out.
Right on time. That call out indicates that the fuel loading on the first
Right on time. That call out indicates that the fuel loading on the first stage is complete.
Wow.
Draining back the lines now, so first stage and second stage fuel are complete. Liquid oxygen loading is continuing on both stages. You can see on the view on the left side of the monitor the condensation, the cold gas wrapped around the stages as the tank skins are chilled by the densified liquid oxygen, picking up the humidity from the Florida
So
water.
that fog is the oxygen. but it's like
Looks like at this moment we're
the
a little more than
temperature change
90%
that's
full,
happening
and
from loading
oxidizer on the
oxygen.
first stage, ticking up towards that 80% mark on the second stage. We'll be counting down all the way till about 2 or 3 minutes, as John and I just said, until everything is loaded.
Falcon 9 heaters closing out.
And then we will be go for launch.
Dragon has transitioned to
Go for launch. It's like, don't launch, go for
Dragon has transitioned to configure for terminal count. Vehicle tanks pressing for strong back retract.
Pressurizing the Falcon 9 tanks, we're going to open the clamp arm around the second stage. Pressurizing the Falcon 9 tanks, we're going to open the clamp arm around the second stage and begin to retract the strong back.
They're opening the clamp arm.
Ooh,
We'll move
clamp
back about 2
arms.
degrees. That'll get us to the liftoff position. At liftoff, the strong back will then recline about 45 degrees away.
Didn't they remove the arm like 15 or 30 minutes before last time? And now
That's the fueling arm. You're thinking of like the
ramp?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
To get onto the.
They already pulled that away.
Yeah, they did that like half an hour ago, I think.
Okay.
just 4 minutes away.
Is it the fueling arm or the oxygening
4
arm?
minutes away
Could be
from
both.
liftoff. Again, at this moment, Bob and Doug are really just laser focused on those
Laser
displays.
focused. One of them's yawning.
They have insight directly into Dragon and the Falcon
Well,
9.
I don't think that it would sound as good as they're like, they look really nervous, they're fidgeting and yawning a lot.
Final setup started.
They're definitely in panic mode. We can.
They're clasping their own hands and praying that they
Strong back is
don't
now
die.
reclining away from the Falcon 9.
They seem to be losing circulation in their arms due to their like super tight, sexy suits that they're wearing.
We've taught them sign language, and they're currently telling us, "I have to go to the bathroom. I have a biodispose to do." Oh.
I'll go bleed.
Dragon has transitioned to terminal.
Less than 3 minutes.
Dragon has transitioned to terminal count and is on internal power. Stage 1, lock float, close out.
Oh, they're definitely doing it.
Oh yeah, they have to
We're
at this
at
point.
T-minus
Yeah.
2 minutes, 42 seconds. Stage 1 LOX load is closed out. Stage 2 will continue to load for about another half a minute or so. Once we get the completion of Stage 2 LOX loading, we have to vent down the line, so you'll see another large...
The explosion happened yesterday.
Away from the stage 2
They're like,
launch
oh,
load.
it's totally normal for this. Well, wait a second, this doesn't look normal. And then it's like,
A lot of work
kaboom.
done by thousands of people to get to this point. All our eyes focused on 2 now.
What's that?
I don't know.
There's
Is it
like
rain?
water on the camera. Oh my god. No, don't rain.
Stage 2, lock float is closed out. Propellant fills are complete.
What's
Or-
going on?
I don't know if it's rain.
Dragon is in auto idle.
Stage 2 LOX load complete. All fuel, all oxidizer
Stage 2
on
LOX
Falcon
load
9.
complete.
1 minute 34
All
seconds
fuel,
to go
all
till
oxidizer on Falcon 9. 1 minute 34 seconds to go till launch.
Hang on, it's a minute and a half until it launches. What do you have to be?
He's excited. They're launching. They're launching into space.
It's coming through again. Just lie down.
Come here.
Just lie down.
Come watch the space launch. Come on.
Falcon 9 is in startup. Dragon is in countdown.
Falcon 9 is in startup. Dragon is in countdown. FTS is armed for launch.
He wants under the blanket.
He usually.
SpaceX Dragon,
Okay.
go for launch. Let's light this candle.
Go for launch! Can I hold your hand?
I'm holding the phone.
T-minus 15 seconds.
Sick.
Stage 1 tanks pressing for flight.
T-minus 15 seconds.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, the video's sooner.
Liftoff. Falcon 9, Dragon, go NASA, go SpaceX, Godspeed, Bob and Doug. America has
gonna get to see inside
rise to
and
the
be
new
like,
era of American
oh.
spaceflight, and with it, the ambitions of a new generation continuing the dream. 20 seconds into flight, stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
20 seconds into flight, stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
Wow.
T plus 30 seconds into this historic mission. Flying crew on board Dragon and Falcon 9, and look at them go!
Falcon power telemetry nominal. M1D throttle down.
We're throttling down to get ready for the period of maximum dynamic pressure. We're in the throttle bucket. Reports say all systems are go.
Vehicle is supersonic.
We've exceeded Mach 1 on the Falcon 9.
Supersonic.
Mach 1 on the Falcon 9.
M1D throttle up.
And we heard that one Bravo call out. That's
Camera's
just the
getting
second
a little
abort
too
zone that they're in. They'll continue to be on this until the first stage has done its job and they switch over an hour.
You've heard the call out for MVAC engine chill. That's getting the MVAC engine ready to light. That'll come at about 2:44 into flight. Right now, everything continuing to look good. Next major event coming up is going to be the triple. We'll have main engine cutoff of the 9 first stage engines, stage separation, and then ignition of the second stage engine to continue to carry astronauts into orbit. Astronauts into orbit. Coming up in about 20 seconds.
Still some complex
M1D
stuff
throttle
that
down.
needs to happen as far as the separation and the return of
the rockets.
rocket.
We're
and
throttling down the Merlin
ignition
engines
of the next
on the first
stage.
stage. We're throttling down the Merlin engines on the first stage. And we have Miko.
Miko.
2 Alpha.
Falcon stage separation confirmed. Copy 2 Alpha.
Woo!
MVAC ignition. MVAC ignition.
All right, we have stage separation
So
confirmed. The
does
first
that mean
stage
that
beginning
the
its
second
flight back.
stage
The
engine
second stage
has
being powered by that single
started?
Merlin 1D vacuum engine has ignited and is now carrying Bob and Doug into orbit.
It's not
So they're going to
quite
continue
as
under the power
dramatic,
of this second
Stage
stage,
2 propulsion is nominal.
glowing.
So they're going to continue
That's
under the
nice.
which
power
will
of
cut
this
off
second
at
stage.
SECO, or second engine cut off at about 8 minutes and 44 seconds into today's flight. So a little over 5 minutes to go still on this second stage. You heard the call out to Alpha, so they're now in the longest abort zone that carries them all the way from about North Carolina up the eastern seaboard almost to Canada. Things looking good though, getting good call outs, nominal propulsion on that second stage.
Ooh, they're coming to
Bob and Doug
Canada.
continuing to make their way
Go
into
some
orbit.
way
On that second stage,
when they're outside.
Bob and Doug continuing to make their way into orbit.
Dragon SpaceX nominal trajectory. Dragon
Doesn't
SpaceX
the logo for
SpaceX
Launch
Dragon
America
nominal
look
trajectory.
an awful lot
Signal
like
Bermuda, that's one of the other ground stations that they're using to get telemetry and data back from this spacecraft.
Stage 2 propulsion is still nominal.
it's the same font.
8,000
Stage 2 propulsion is still
kilometers.
nominal.
And there's an entry burn. I think that's for the rockets coming back down. Oh yeah, landing burn.
A little
Yeah, so
over
that's
4
for
minutes,
the
40
returning
seconds
of
into the
rockets.
flight.
It's
Bob
coming
and Doug flying at more than 5,600 miles
Dragon
per hour.
SpaceX nominal trajectory.
Flying at more than 56
Already almost 200 miles downrange from the Kennedy Space Center. Nominal trajectory continuing.
Kennedy Space Center. Nominal trajectory continuing.
You know the rockets on Space Force were faster. They got their satellite in space in like 40 seconds.
And while they continue.
And on our drone ship, of course, I Still Love You Today. And we're just about a couple minutes away from the entry burn, and that's where 3 of the 9 Merlin engines do ignite to help slow the vehicle down as it re-enters back into the Earth's atmosphere. And then after the entry burn will be the landing burn, which is just a single engine
Dragon
burn.
SpaceX nominal trajectory.
Landing burn, which
just a single.
And you heard
starting chill for entry burn.
there's that call out. They are still on a nominal trajectory on Dragon, still on second stage, and that's that MVAC engine on second stage on your left screen.
Isn't the microphone up? Oh, I guess
Again,
not.
on your right screen is that first stage booster coming back towards our drone ship. Of course, I still love you. We're about a minute away from entry burn.
Of course, I still love you. We're about a minute away from entry burn.
Meanwhile, that second stage continuing to power Dragon into orbit. And if you're keeping an eye on that timer, that's going to continue to burn
Bet you
until
they're
8 minutes and
experiencing
44
some
seconds into flight.
exit
So a little
burns.
over 2 minutes from now, we'll hear the call out Seco. It'll then
Sex
chance.
nominal trajectory. Do you think they ate all their favorite stuff before they left? They're like, we're not going to have this for ages, so we're just going to eat
Continuing to check in with Bob and Doug as they are on a nominal trajectory.
So that they don't
Just
get
about
sick
10
or
seconds
anything.
away from that first stage. Starting that entry burn on your right screen, we should be able to see that view live.
Stage 1 entry burn started.
Oh, entry burn starting.
And there is that entry burn beginning.
Slowing it down for entry into the atmosphere.
This burn lasts about 36 seconds long.
Stage 2 FTS is saved.
Stage 2 FTS is safe.
Well, that entry burn continues. We're just about a minute away from Seco. We'll have a number of events all
They've
happen
passed out.
in rapid
They
succession.
do look passed out. They're like,
It'll be the second engine cutoff.
Stage 1
We'll be
entry burn
looking
shut
for
down.
that
wait a
stage
second,
1
I
landing
can't
burn
even see their
shortly
faces
after.
inside their helmets. I think those are just empty suits.
Actually, just
This is
within a
completely
few seconds
fake.
of each other. Such a cool view on your left screen,
They're just, like,
seeing Bob and Doug on
pre-recorded.
Dragon. Right now you can see the displays that they are seeing right now themselves.
Terminal guidance.
And back throttle step.
Do you think if they were unconscious that they would say?
We are coming up 25 seconds or so away from Seco, or
But they
second
would
engine
probably
cutoff.
Shannon. You heard Shannon, so that just means they're in their final abort zones. If they were to abort at this point, it would either be an abort to orbit or to land off the coast of Ireland,
still
standing by for
abort?
second
Stage 1 landing
cutoff
startup.
confirmation.
And back throttle step. And back shut down. Stage 1 landing learn.
Confirmation of Seco's second engine
I
cutoff.
would've thought that as soon as
Now
they
we
were,
are
like,
waiting for our first stage to make its way to our drone ship. Of course, I still love you.
Dragon SpaceX nominal orbital insertion.
Launch confirmation of nominal
Dragon
orbital
copy.
insertion.
Nominal
Stage
orbital
1 landing
insertion.
leg deploy.
It's looking frothy out there.
What you're seeing on your screen is a live view of our drone ship, where our first stage will be coming down. Looks like we lost that live view, but
Oh,
we'll wait for
gosh,
confirmation of that
consider
landing shortly here.
Like, what if there was
Falcon 9
bad
first stage
weather
successfully landed.
And there you can see on your screen, Falcon 9 has landed. This is the first Falcon 9 to carry humans to orbit, so very exciting for us. And as you can see on your right screen, Bob and Doug are still making their way to their targeted.
Again, that call out good orbital insertion, so that
It's
means
just like, no, I want to.
Falcon 9 and Dragon right now exactly where they're supposed to be.
And we need a FRC on recovery 1.
And it's right at about 12 minutes
This is FRC.
when
Can you
Dragon will
switch over
separate.
to ECF9?
Oh,
Looks like we saw
Oh,
a
my
zero
toy.
G indicator floating around
Oh.
there. I know Bob and Doug
No,
owe
I
us
can't
a little bit
do
about
this
what
without my
exactly
toy.
that is that they brought up with them.
And before we separate.
That's right, the upper stage does small attitude maneuver using cold gas thrusters built into the rocket body itself.
Exactly. So we do expect that separation to occur in about a minute from now, but they do wait until they have full confirmation that it is ready to separate. Such cool views. I cannot get over this view that we are seeing right now. Bob and Doug on the right screen inside of Crew Dragon out in space.
Yeah, already 200 kilometers over planet Earth, or a little over 124 miles, traveling in excess of 2,700 meters, 27,000 manning by. That separation event should be coming up shortly. Then they'll begin a series of checks on the Draco thrusters that are going to be used to maneuver and then power Dragon on its flight to the International Space Station.
Maneuver and then power Dragon on its flight to the International Space Station. Standing by for separation. Expected loss of signal.
Standing by.
Alright,
Sounds like
here
we
it
have
goes.
expected LOS loss of signal with one of the ground stations.
Dragon separation confirmed.
Waiting for confirmation now of that.
Dragon separation confirmed.
Dragon separation confirmed.
There is a great view right in front of you of dragons separating. And there's that call out.
Is that the
Dragon is
engine?
now officially
Like the
making
second
its way
engine?
to the International Space
I think
Station
that's
today.
the actual capsule.
Oh, right. But is it the capsule separating from its little engine?
Yeah.
Okay. So how does it propel at this point?
Well, it's
Right.
it's gonna just go the speed that it's at.
Oh, so we are in orbit?
Yeah.
Nice.
Human ride for Falcon 9, and it was incredible. Appreciate all the hard work, and thanks for the great ride with space.
Copy all.
Oh, and like, proud of you guys and the rest of the team. Thank you so much for what you've done for us today, putting America back into low Earth orbit up from the Florida coast.
Copy all. Good luck. Godspeed.
I like their chairs.
Yeah.
Everything's so stylish.
Alright, now let's go back to our game.
Yeah.
Activation and service section Draco checkouts. Nose cone deploys in progress.
Copy all.
So, did he bring that sparkly dinosaur just so that he could say that dinosaurs have gone into space?
I don't know.
That we have confirmation the nose cone is deploying. So again, that nose cone is going to open up a little bit more than 90 degrees, goes up to about, I think, 105 degrees, and that's going to expose the actual docking ring and the hatch that they're going to be going through once they attach to the International Space Station, and also 4 of those Draco thrusters, we call them the forward bulkhead thrusters. They're going to be used for these major phase burns or firings of those thrusters to actually raise their orbit gradually over the coming hours. Also heard good activation of the ECLIS, that's the Environmental Control and Life Support System. That's everything controlling their atmosphere, just keeping Dragon a nice, safe, habitable environment where they're going to be living for the next 19 hours until they arrive at the space station.
Maybe the dinosaur is actually like an early indicator, and
Like a parakeet or whatever they use for mines.
yeah,
Tomorrow morning.
the canary in
Canary.
the coal mine.
Yeah.
I love that we can get these live views here.
Like,
Such cool views.
I need a
I love that we
stretch.
can get these live views here and see and watch what they're doing now that they are in orbit.
Yeah, it's incredible to just be looking over their shoulder.
So, what do you want to bet that when they get to the moon, they're going to do a moonwalk dance?
And we're going to be with them.
They're not going to
We're
the
going to be
moon.
with all of you the
That's what you
entire
think.
way.
They've just
for their
told
journey
us
to
that
the
they're
space
going to
station.
the
They'll be
ISS, but
covering
actually they're
live
going to the moon.
throughout.
Cool.
Bob and Doug will obviously have a sleep period.
Or Mars.
Where
Or maybe
they'll
they're
be
going to the
sleep
moon.
a little bit later today before they wake up for all of their final approach. One of the major things we are looking forward to in the next couple of hours is going to be their first turn at the controls. So they're actually going to be using those touchscreen displays to take control and manually pilot Dragon. We'll walk you through what that's going to look like, and assuming we have some good ground station coverage, we'll be able to get views right inside Dragon, looking over their shoulder as they manipulate the controls at the display. But I mean, we had a smooth ride uphill, both stages, a new era of space flight that we've all been talking about and longing for since the space shuttle program came to an end in 2011.
Is this all happening inside of Best
The weather
Yeah.
cooperated.
Yes, second time's a charm.
Right.
Oh, they're losing all their
Right,
signals.
so day for the history books. As you can see, we have lost some light.
It is the Team
Yeah,
America
Jessica
logo.
and
They
Dan
even
are
just did the
in
star.
awe over here, and I woke up this morning and looked at the weather forecast. I was like, man, we're gonna be back here on Sunday, but we did it, and the room cleared out. Everybody was outside watching, and inside the lights were shaking, the cameras were shaking. Lauren came back in with tears in her eyes. This is really amazing.
I I can't believe that I saw it with my own eyes. This is, I'm a little bit speechless. Just so grateful that we got them up there, and there's a lot more to go. A lot more to go, but I'm so happy they're safe right now. I'm just so happy.
Yeah, Leland, you were talking about it. It's amazing what we can do when we work together.
Okay.
Yes, American
Should we
astronauts
end the stream?
American soil, showing you what America
But no.
when we come together as a team.
Isn't there more to
Doug
see?
and Bob
Not really.
This is what it's all about.
It's going to be 19 hours, and there might be something like when they're docking, but that's not for another 19 hours. Do you want to wait? Argon, can you wait 19 hours?
Okay, well,
All right.
we're signing out.
All right, thanks for watching the launch with us.
He's there with the administrator who hopefully has more words than we do because we're still kind of speechless. Daryl?
Incredible here, Marie, at the Operations Support Building where
Bye-bye.
a course of applause has been happening from the beginning.